everything you think you know about editing is completely backwards. Because if you follow all of the advice of these editing gurus, you're going to trap yourself in a prison. 12-hour editing days, 7 rounds of revisions, no social life whatsoever. All for what? A couple grand a month? At that point, you may as well get a job at your nearest McDonald's. But there is another way. A simple business model that's making me and my clients filthy fucking rich. It's what let me work with some of the biggest personal brands in the game, like Nathan Nazareth, Sterling Cooper, and Benjamin Sader, and pull in over $12,000 in a single month, all while living a life of freedom that most editors will never touch. And today, I'm gonna pull back the curtain on that business model and show you how to leverage simple editing to make a disgusting amount of money. But if you want my personal help to do so, you can click the first link in the description to find out more. Here's a harsh truth. Video editing is not a valuable skill. Think about it. All you're doing is dragging footage into a software, cutting it up, and adding some sparkly animations. Nothing about that is inherently valuable. But to decide whether something's valuable or not, we need to define what value actually is. Well, as Charlie Morgan put it, value is created when pain is alleviated. So therefore, the more pain you can solve, the more value you create. And the more value you create, the more you're going to get paid. So this leaves us with a question. What pain can editing solve? Well, the easiest answer to this question, and where 99% of editors go wrong, is thinking the answer is views. They think that the only value that their skill set can bring is to get a creator more views. And sure, a lot of editors can do that. Better editing means higher retention. Higher retention means more watch time. More watch time means the YouTube algorithm recognizes it as a good video, therefore getting it more views. But here's the issue with that thesis. It assumes that not getting views is a painful problem. But what are views? Views are just numbers adding up on a screen. In reality, in the world around us, a view count means literally nothing. Therefore, not having views is not that painful of a problem, especially in 2025, where we're seeing creators with under 10,000 subscribers making hundreds of thousands of dollars every single month. So we know that getting a creator views isn't that valuable. It doesn't alleviate that much pain. But what pain could editing alleviate that would allow creators to pay us tens of thousands of dollars? Put simply, if we can help a creator make more money through editing, then we can charge as much as we want. Low views isn't the real pain. It's the creator not making as much money as they wanted to. The issue is, most people think views equals cash. As we established earlier, that's simply not true. So you're probably thinking, how can editing make a creator more money? Well, there is one invisible editing style that is printing creators money. It's so subtle, you've probably never noticed it. However, the top 1% editors are exploiting it day in, day out, and making tens of thousands of dollars every single month. But if you want my one-on-one help to craft an irresistible offer, build a landing page, find and outreach to clients, and build an editing business that gives you freedom and doesn't trap you, then you can click the first link in the description to join my one-on-one mentorship program. We only let in 3 to 5 people each month, so make sure you fill out the application carefully. But how can this bad editing style print creators so much money? Well, it comes back to 3 key reasons, starting with the least important. Number 1, and obviously, retention. Even the smallest amount of editing, and I mean literally just jump cuts, increases retention massively. Genuinely, just having something subtle happen every 5 seconds or so dramatically increases retention. It's the 80-20 rule of video editing. So even if it isn't some crazy Mr. Beast Eman Gadget style edit, it's still going to be increasing the creator's retention. Again, higher retention means higher watch time, which means YouTube recognizes that it's a good video, which means it gives it more views, and therefore will make the creator more sales. Second is authority. Imagine we have two creators. One of them records a video and he rambles for half an hour. He repeats himself, he stutters, and there's no evidence of him spending any money on the post-production process. Whereas the second creator says exactly the same things as the first one. However, his video is 15 minutes and concise. He makes all of his points clearly, all the stutters are cut out, and there are clean visuals to represent what he's saying. Which of the creators are you more likely to buy from? It's obviously the second. Having a video that's been professionally edited increases the client's perceived status. Having an expensive edit signals that they have a lot of money, which again positions them as an authority and will thus bring them more customers. The third and final way that editing can make creators more money is qualification. If a video is hyper edited, from head to toe it's full of 3D animations, what type of audience is that going to attract? Quite frankly, a young, broke, lazy audience. The audience who are watching that sort of video are mentally masturbating. They're watching it because they think they're productive, when in reality, they just enjoy watching the sparkly animations on the screen. Now think of a video that has barely any edits. Maybe some cuts, maybe some text-based visuals. But honestly, the video is boring. What sort of viewer is that going to attract? An older audience with a better attention span who have money to spend on digital products and is actually watching the video for value rather than entertainment. Even if the hyper edited video got 100,000 views, if all of them are 12-year-olds with under $200 in their bank accounts, how are they ever going to afford the creator's $5,000 product? Whereas if the boring edit only got 100 views, but 10 of them were millionaires, that one is going to make far more money on their sales of their digital product. Those are the three ways that editing can make a creator more money: retention, authority, and qualification. However, the more services that you can stack on top of it, the more money you'll be able to charge. Thumbnails, titles, scripting, ideas, packaging, short form, literally anything to do with content. The more control you have over the entire process, the better results you can get your clients. This approach to running an editing business is known as content operating, and it's the business model that's been printing me and my clients tens of thousands of dollars every single month. But why does this work so well? You see, the thing is, business owners think in terms of ROI, and a video editor has zero ROI. Honestly, the business owner gives them $500, they get a flashy video back. A flashy video has zero inherent value. On the other hand, content operators pitch their services to business owners as something that will give them a direct return on their investment. They're not just selling edited videos, they're selling higher retention. They're selling visual authority, they're selling higher quality leads. Can you see how to a YouTuber, it's a night and day difference between editor and content operator? Once you make this shift, you'll go from struggling to make $2,000 in a month to making $10,000 off commissions passively. But how do we even sell our services as a content operator? Well, first, we need to find prospects. Here's the criteria that they should meet. Number 1, they make educational videos. Number 2, they're selling some sort of info product and look like they're making over $20K a month from doing it. And number 3, you are certain that you can improve their content. Send them an email or shoot them a DM. If you want to know exactly what to say, I've got a bunch of tutorials on my channel. And once you've got them on a sales call, you should pitch them an offer something like this: 4 long form edits with thumbnails, 20 shorts, uploading and scheduling, all for like $1,500 a month. But that's not an offer, that's a list of deliverables. So when you're pitching it, you need to link it back to giving them an ROI. Tell them that these 3 deliverables will get them higher attention and therefore more views, create authority so they're seen as an expert, and bring them more qualified leads. And explain to them, like I did earlier, how your deliverables will give them those results. That's it. That's the entire business model. And again, if you want my one-on-one help to scale to $10, $15, $20,000 a month with your editing business, then you can apply to work with me using the first link in the description. The guys inside are getting some crazy results, so I can't wait to share them with you. In fact, I just released my entire 1-hour growth operating course for completely free on this YouTube channel. So if you want to find out literally everything you need to know to scale your content operating business to 10K a month, then click this video up here.